Hey guys, thanks for tuning in with Almama Desserts. Today we're going to be making something very cute, unique. I love it. What inspired my cake today was a recent trip that I did this year, and I went to Vietnam. Oh my gosh, let me tell you. Beautiful place, beautiful culture, beautiful people. I definitely recommend it. I love it. I am planning to go back hopefully by next year, and just go around Asian culture and everything, because Vietnam was the most beautiful place that I have ever been to, and I definitely would recommend this, as I said before, to people to really travel. So today's inspiration is a picture actually that I saw recently at a hotel that we stayed at, and the picture, it was just so beautiful, and I don't remember the person's name, and it's so unfortunate, but I will definitely look into finding the artist and thanking them, because when I saw the picture frame, I fell in love with it, and I really loved it. And so I took a picture actually of the frame, and I wanted to create that photo into our cake art. So stay tuned with that, because I'm telling you, it's going to be a beautiful design. So thanks guys. Alright guys, the tools that you need is a matcha cake, various spatulas, your bench scraper, your paintbrushes, a variety, your simple syrup, and your cocoa powder to paint the tree trunk, and some water, your colors for the tree, and of course your matcha green tea buttercream. So of course, go ahead and start cutting or leveling your cake layers, because we really want to have a very leveled cake. So if you guys don't know how to do this whole cutting and leveling and torting etc., I will link the bio in the comment or in the box below, and then you guys can definitely go from there. But this is a little bit more, not like just getting in more in depth into the cake art. So as I said before, if you want to go more into learning how to cut and fill and crumb coat and everything like that, I will link it down below, and you can go ahead and click on that before you see this video. So I'm going to fast forward it until we get to what we need. In previous videos, I would always add a little bit of your buttercream onto the bottom of your cake board, because it does act like a glue. So you want to align your cake layer on top just so that it can be as even. And the simple syrup, what the simple syrup does is it gives our cakes really moist. So if, say for example, you dry out a cake by accident, you leave it in the oven for a long period of time, and it's just really dry, well, simple syrup helps bring back that moisture. So I will also link that into the bio of how to make it. So it's very simple. It's just half sugar and then half water. You boil it, and then that's how you create your simple syrup. And you can always flavor it with either vanilla flavorings or almond flavoring. It just really depends on what you want. But here I just use regular sugar and water, no flavor. And it just gives my cakes really moist, and that's what makes our cakes really delicious. So there you guys go. Once you have crumb coated your cake, I like to always put it into the freezer so that it does get stiff, so that when I am putting a second layer,
that you can see here, the crumbs from the cake will not go onto my buttercream for the second layer. So that's what I like to do. I love to work with cold cakes because it's a lot more easier to handle, especially doing or covering a cake or just dealing with buttercream and things like that, and even designing as well. So I always put my cakes into the freezer for at least 15 minutes to 20 minutes, but if I'm going to go longer than that, I would cover it up really well and leave it for an hour, just so that it can be pretty much like rock solid. Now here I'm distinguishing what type of side that I would like to work on. So of course in cake decorating you always want to pick the good side. Of course the entire cake is good, but I always like to go with the good side. It's just like a storefront kind of thing. You always want to put up the front and make it look really beautiful. But anyways, I'm going off topic here. So from the picture that I actually sent or posted earlier about this art that I found in Vietnam, I wanted to create the tree that was in the picture. So I did all the colors from the tree, and I just start off from the bottom, like the dark colors, all the way to the top, which is going to be light. So here I just get my green and I just represent it as leaves or just flowers or whatever it may be, whatever you want to call it. I just want to say it's leaves, but I just do that way, and I start from the bottom and then I work my way up with different colors. And then when I have that, I get my offset spatula and I just kind of mark it, as you can see here. I like to use the end of it, of my spatula, and just kind of like move around and just make it really like messy, but not too messy. But it really depends on how you guys feel about it. To me, anyway, there's no right way to do art. So for me, I like to just kind of like smooth it around and just mess with it until I go with my liking. So as I said before, I always start with the dark colors at the bottom, just kind of like the replica of the picture, and then I move my way up with the brighter colors and I just mix it in. Okay, so from here I am also looking at to see what else I can do onto the cake. So I'm going to just do the final touches, putting a little bit more color to it or smearing it and things like that. And looking from the art picture, I can see that I want to add another tree. So I will be adding just another one just to kind of give it more of a pop to this cake. So I will be just adding that detail in and everything like that. So And here is the completed cake art form of our Vietnamese cake.
Thank you guys so much for staying tuned with our Vietnam cake that we have created today. It was very special to me and I enjoyed every aspect of being there. But of course, if you have the chance to go and travel there, I would definitely recommend. And remember, whatever inspires you, whether it's just going outside, you can definitely put that into a cake art form. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And until next time, guys, take care.